Hey there, everybody. I'm CCB Dolan here with CCB Fozzie, bringing you the 7th match of Day 3 of the new NEO2. We have Epic Fins winning tournaments in red versus Geordian in blue. Geordian, also known as Solar Feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are one corp within Solar Feet.
Yes, they are a toe of the Solar Foot. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the teams they brought?
So Geordian has brought triple Dominixes, triple Dominix and Neros, triple Kestrel, only going with 7 ships, but now Dominixes don't beat everything. I'm pretty sure they beat this, though, because on the Epic Fins winning tournaments, you got double Claymore, that's fine. Curse, Scythe, Caracal, which are like 3 ships that Dominixes will just destroy, and then Harpies and Merlins. If this wasn't so reliant on cruisers, I mean, a lot of points into that Curse that's not going to be very effective against Dominixes because they don't use turrets, and then the Scythe and Caracal are just going to die so fast. I mean, this is basically just really bad luck for Epic Fins winning tournaments, combined with the fact they really should have seen Dominixes coming because nobody banned Dominixes.
Also, I think they were likely forced into that Scythe. I don't think they wanted to bring the Scythe originally. There are better choices. But the Scimitar ban forcing them into that Scythe probably.
Yeah, the only way they can win is if these Claymores go superhero and somehow win the match by themselves. But we'll have to see how well that actually works. The Dominix is not applying damage as quickly as we expected. We really expect the Scythe to just be snap killed, but they're not even primary in the Scythe.
They're shooting the Caracal first.
Yes, that is a bad call. I think that is like explicitly, unequivocally a bad call because that Caracal is getting repped. It is going to die, but it's not going to die nearly as fast as it would if it didn't have the reps. And already the Kestrel, they're taking down some of the damp support, which is smart. Getting another Kestrel already
now
off
they're
the
shooting the
Those
Curse.
are down to boundary violations. The Kestrels have died to boundary violations.
How many mistakes can you have with 3 Dominixes and still
This is a lot of mistakes with 3, and the Aneros already taking a lot of damage. This Caracal is taking there's damage on the Curse, which you shouldn't be splitting damage at this point, especially when you're not shooting the Scythe. This is Geordian basically taking a match that should be really easy for them and making it very hard.
They're just trying to make to entertain us. It's all about keeping people on the ball. Like the Caracal holding in low structure, I guess, is kited out.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Now, we have to see. They need to take down this Scythe because this Curse is tanking actually for quite a bit, and the Aneros is already down. These Claymores at this point are going to be able to kill a Dominix pretty effectively.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, so
my world is in shambles right now.
Yeah, this is it's Curators that have been dropped by the Dominixes. Now they're switching to guards. So the Dominixes are now switching to close range sentries. That is smart.
They're neuting the Scythe. That's a good good move. They need to kill the Scythe.
They don't have a target painter anymore though, so that's gonna hurt.
And
Scythe is still gonna die though to guards.
Yeah, there's a Scythe, 1, 2, 3, and it's dead.
Imagine how much better they would have been if they'd done that first.
Yep, it's almost as though there's just an exceptionally weak ship against micro jump drives.
Yes, so there was no scramblers being applied from the Epic Fins winning tournament. So the Dominix, one of the Dominix is actually already micro jump drived across the field.
Is it Pervies?
Pervies is still in the middle of the field. He's micro jumping himself though. He is close to finishing it. He's going to be able to get out. Is he going? Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he gets out. That's actually a sick move.
That is huge. That is an amazing, amazing move because now he's in structure and they have to move all the way across the field to get to him while that Claymore takes a lot of damage. And are they going to switch targets or are they going to move all the way to him?
They've switched targets. They're started shooting the other Dominix. They're not chasing. That's a bad move.
That's tough. That is really, really tough as a decision to make because 100 kilometers is a long way to travel. Yeah. The problem is they don't have a scrambler, so this last Dommy can just micro jump drive when it needs to get out as well.
Unless it doesn't have a micro. No,
I'm sure it has a micro jump drive. So this is one of the reasons that you bring scramblers on your frigates. You've got 3 frigs here. One of these guys should be fitting a scrambler.
Did those other Dominixes jump themselves out of control range?
They jumped themselves. No, they were able to take.
There's the Curse.
Yeah.
So the Curse going down is gonna if they.
All right. So
here's the other micro jump drive.
He's micro jump driving. He's gonna get out. Man, this is a huge use of micro jump drives by the Geordian team because he's gonna survive. He's not gonna die before he jumps. There he is again. And
yep, boundary violation.
He boundary violated. So what we just saw there, I'm not actually sure if he messed up. More likely, he got bumped.
Yep.
Very smart play by the Claymores for Epic Finn's winning tournaments. They saw the micro jump drive. They got a bump on him. For anyone that doesn't know, micro jump drives send you 100 kilometers in whatever direction you're traveling when it finishes.
Yep. So, and one of the things is they'd already showed 2 micro jump drives, so they know the one it's coming on the last one. If they had all micro jump drives at the same time in the starburst, maybe they weren't maybe Epic Finns wouldn't be able to react in time. But as I say that, the second of the first of the 2 Claymores going down.
Oh, this could still go either way. I don't know why they're doing this though. We actually seen the frigates for Epic Finns going after the high hit point Dominics instead of the low hit point one.
Did they lose locks and forget?
I don't know why they did that, but I'm going to look at Bubble Spoon here in the Claymore. He's going for the high hit point Dominics.
Yeah, this is.
They're not going for the one in structure. They were about equal distance away. Why not go for the Dominics that's in structure?
The Dominics that's in structure with no active rep, literally just sitting there.
Just sitting there. I think they're going to lose because of that decision. Because they've got the damage already on. The Claymore is just now reaching the Dominics, which means that
a Harpy could go and kill that Dominix.
If this Claymore was on top of the one with no health at all, with no armor, with no shields, then he would be destroyed. So at this point,
not doing any damage though.
No, they're not doing a lot at all. So
no, they're doing almost 0. You can see in their.
What happened is that group of guard 2s is way far away now. It's 100 kilometers away. So we now have some Valkyries.
Didn't they drop bouncers at the start? They're all out of flights.
All right, so the whole Dominix has dropped bouncers where he is. He's about 70 kilometers away, so he's got bouncers. He's doing the damage. The Dominix that's being shot at has no drones out. He is
another micro jump drive.
They need to try to bump him. They need to bump him right now to get him out of the arena. They have about 9 seconds. They need to bump him now.
They're all just orbiting.
Oh, he got out. He got out.
Yeah, he's fine. He's good to go. No bumps.
This could really go any way at this point, because that Claymore, if he gets hit by drones from both of these 2 Dominics at the same time, will drop. But the Dominics are in such low health.
Yep.
Let's see which one they go after. All right, they're heading after...
They're both low health. The bouncers, they'll be on top of the bouncers, able to kite.
They're now heading towards Deer Death. They're heading towards the one they were just shooting at, which is, I think, smart, because he's not going to have the cooldown ready, while the other Dominix, Paravel there,
will be fine right now,
will be out of micro jump drive right now. I think Epic Finns is going to take this. Wow, this means they are going to be they're moving parallel to the Bouncer 2, so they're actually getting their transversal up. It's still a while before the Claymore gets within range.
Yep,
he's still a long way away. So only the frigates are on top of this Dominics now, but that being said,
the frigates alone can kill him.
Do enough damage so that they'll be like wearing away at him. But the big damage is going to be once this Claymore arrives, and he is burning across the field.
He's already in low shields, though.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's not micro warp driving. I don't know what's going on. He might have burned out his micro warp drive.
What?
Because he should be micro warp driving now. There's no reason for him not to be micro warp driving right now. He's sitting there, slow boating across the field, taking damage from bouncers the whole time. When what he could be doing...
There you go. He's going to get snapped in half before he even gets there. This is...
He has 2 sets of bouncers
horrendous
on him. Wow. All
there
right.
it is. Another volley.
It is now up to these 3 frigates. They have 3 minutes to kill a Dominix. Actually, no.
They
need
to kill
2
Dominixes. They have to wipe both Dominixes.
It's actually not inconceivable.
Well, but the thing is,
Pervy
has his cooldown up.
Yep. Yeah.
So if they get near him, he can micro jump drive away, waste even more time.
They can potentially bump him though.
Well, if he starts the micro jump drive early enough, when they start coming at him, he'll be able to jump before they actually reach him.
Yeah. You're right. I think this is going to go to Geordian, but this is really like. We saw these setups. We knew Geordian had the advantage. Geordian then screwed up a lot of their choices. They shot at everything but the scythe. They then just basically let the rest of their team fall apart. Kestrels got caught so fast.
I'm going to chalk it up to they wanted to make the match interesting.
Yes.
They said, hey, we've got a literal just like flop down 3 Dominix's power win in like 3 minutes, or we can just make it completely insane and keep the commentators entertained. As I say that, Deer Death is taking structure damage now very, very slowly.
He could die, but Dominix have a lot of structure.
They won't get to Pervy in time at all.
Yeah, and one of the Merlins is dropping.
Yep.
I think it's only a matter of time now. Like, it is... Yeah, the only question is whether Deer Death is going to die, but one way or another, Geordian is going to be moving through. Epic Finn's winning tournaments is going to get knocked out. This was, again, a fairly ridiculous match. That Claymore... they should have gone after the low structure Dominix when they had the choice of one at full health, one in structure.
Yep. Well, even then, like they made that choice. maybe so Purvey didn't really have sentries out at that point. Maybe he was waiting to drop his flight and start shooting up until that point. Because it's easy to say, like, to lose track of how many flights they've deployed, like, oh, he's out of sentries, he can't do any damage, but then he drops bouncers and starts wailing.
He could always have just micro jumped right back to the middle, picked up some guards, and
that's a little bit. Here's the micro jump drive. Dear Death is going to be fine unless it gets bumped here.
We have 58 seconds left. This is going to be a pretty clear victory for Geordian in a really, really back and forth match. Who I thought was going to win switched several times in this match.
The thing is, like, it's almost as though they expected to lose their entire support wing, including the Oneros, because they brought 3 micro jump drive Dominés.
Yes.
Like, you just plan to abandon the Oneros.
In a lot of ways, this is kind of basically a 2-stage setup. You have a game plan for until your Oneros dies, then you have a game plan for after the Oneros dies. And that's a very smart thing to do in a tournament. Not killing the Scythe right away is not a smart thing. But then, of course, Epic Finn's winning tournaments managed to somehow take that and throw it away. If they had a Scrambler on any one of those frigates,
yep, they would have won.
They would have easily won.
Yep.
No problem at all. A lot of people, they realize that you don't have to prevent someone from warping away in the tournament, think, I don't need a Scrambler.
Nah,
but they should turn off micro warp drives, too. They're really, really good. And that is the match. Geordian is going to win on points, and Epic Finn's winning tournaments is eliminated.
Yep. And we'll see you back in the studio in just a few seconds.